worked so hard on this project. I just want
to say thank you to everybody for coming out and showing your support. I'm hoping you all enjoyed it.
Can I get all the cast members who are here on the stage, please? Except for you, you're on Come on up, please. Can we get an applause again? They say that it does take a village to raise a child. You know, how much more does it take to make a film? Wow. This is definitely beautiful. You know, one of the things I will say real quick, you know, being a part of this film festival, I have seen a lot, but let me tell you, you guys like rap artists coming into a club. You know, you're like 30 rolling deep with you. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. Mr. Tony, I'm gonna turn this over to you for a second. Turn the music down real quick. But the creation and the bringing together of this family, and I'm not even gonna say cast, it's family, and being able to direct it. Tell us how did this story come together, and how is it that you were able to say, hey, these are the people for this part? How did you get that?
Well, it was I would say it was tedious at first, but honestly, from the beginning, like I'm a single parent, and I always felt that, like, my perspective as it pertains to relationships, you know, the family situation, sometimes I feel like maybe the male perspective is not really shared that often. So I just wanted to offer like a fresh new perspective to the family dynamic, you know. And I would hope that this film can maybe spark like a new dialogue as it pertains to our relationships with each other. Because, you know, if you can see what's happening on the other side of the fence, you know, it can probably help us to come to a better understanding. So, you know, I didn't do this film with, you know, as a woman bashing thing or a male bashing thing, but I did want it to serve as a catalyst for a dialogue. And hopefully, you know, you might have somebody that's watching this and they may look at Nikki and they may see something similar to themselves. Nikki takes it a little far, we know that, but in reality there are a lot of situations like that, you know, and as with this story, it has a lot of sub-stories in it, as you see. You know, we do cover Alzheimer's disease, which is something that affects, it kills 500,000 Americans every year. You know, and I have family members and friends, you know, who have relatives that suffer from that disease. And also, you know, the other things that I like to, you know, bring into the forefront are issues of abuse. And it happens so often, and very often just goes unnoticed. And it can just be something as simple as the things that you say to your child, you know, and you're not even thinking about it, and it really affects them. So I just wanted to showcase all these different little things that we can all maybe take a little piece from it. You know, I know a lot of you guys, some of you like Nikki, you know, some of you really didn't like her, but if you look at Nikki, you see that, you know, there's a little bit of Nikki in everybody. But the main thing is Grace, the character of Grace. And I have to be honest, I wanted to showcase a different type of character than what is typically showcased in Hollywood, particularly for African American male actors.
That's right.
So you see. So I wanted to show that guy, you know, the existence of what is not showcased very often on the big screen, which is a young, successful, black entrepreneur, good father, loves his family, comes from a good upbringing. And that's where I came from, and that's what I want to show.
Lindsay family, work represent.
In short, the way I approached the film, the production of the film, casting, everything, I wanted it to be a family environment. That's why we always refer to ourselves as the Where Hearts Lie family. And in families, we fight. You know, that's what happens. But at the end of the day, we all have a collective understanding, and we see that this is much bigger than ourselves. So I'm just hoping that it can affect people the way that it affected me, and I'm sure it affected so many of us during the production of this film.
I have to point out one person on the stage because I've known her for so many years, but I can honestly say she ain't her hair. One of the things I do appreciate as a father myself, I have 2 young boys, and I would like to say I thank you for also showing the other side, because a lot of times mothers can go into courts and say something and things, get misconstrued, and sometimes it's, for years, females have not had that ability to make complaints. Right. And that went neglected for so many years, and now it seems like the law has swung the other way.
Yeah.
Where now anyone can say, sneeze, shoot, he did it. And then it's like, you were in jail for 90 days, and you don't even know what happened. So,
funny, in the film, when you look at the court scene, I know a lot of people found a lot of humor in that, and it's like, wait, is this guy really saying all this stuff?
It happens.
That is kind of accurate.
It's very accurate.
What goes on in the family court system. So, I always say it's better that we work things out as a family before even letting things get that far.
Exactly.